Well, good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to the Prancing Pony Podcast Blaze. I hope that you all are having a wonderful weekend so far. I'm just looking forward to hearing from you in the chat and seeing what questions you have about happenings in Middle Earth and Tolkien and the Prancing Pony Podcast, the TTT, and everything. Hi, Katie. Glad you could be here. Always appreciate Katie's moderation for these events. Weekend's going just fine. Been a little more active today than I anticipated. My son's basketball coach couldn't make it to practice today, so he sent a video of the drills that he needed to run. So that just meant that I needed to run him through them. So that was fun. All right. Well, lots going on in the Tolkien world this week. The news about Warner Brothers being for sale now is interesting. There's a lot of speculation as to my collarbone's fine. It's been, it was over 2 years ago that I broke it, so I'm doing just fine. But yeah, the news that Warner Brothers being sold and whether or not that will also affect the rights to the Lord of the Rings, at least to the Lord of the Rings films, of course. I mean, the rights themselves are held by the Middle Earth Enterprises company, formerly Sol Zentz. And so that might be separate, but it would be interesting to see whether the rights to the upcoming Hunt for Gollum film will go with that. So the story of Eldarion will continue on the PPP tomorrow with the release of episode 387, which is the fourth part of that story. In fact, I can tell you now that that's not going to be a 10-week series on Eldarion and Arendis. It's going to be an 11-week series. For the second time, Sarah and I had to move a bullet point from one episode to the next because we were already past the 2-hour point. And so we're going to release episodes on Eldarion and Arendis through Sunday the 16th. Then we have a special interview. And then we have the week off for Thanksgiving. And then 2 more episodes before the 2-week holiday break. And then January 4th and January 11th. So you'll be embedded in Eldarion and Arendis through the middle of January before we move on to Tal Elmar. So yeah, 11 weeks should be good. It is such a story, isn't it? I mean, it's such an incredible tale to see that Tolkien can weave a deeply human drama in a way that's different from any of the other stories that he's done. Yeah, definitely no surprise. Oh yeah, we do too. We dislike them quite a bit as the story continues. Our initial dislike is almost purely towards Eldarion. By the end of the story, it's leaning much more heavily towards Arendis, and just the generational trauma that we see, caused by the way they interacted and how that affected Calame. So really, really good stuff. Listen on your cruise in December. Yeah. As long as it's not like a 5-year cruise when you told your wife it was only going to be 2. I just want 2 years. Give me 2 years. I'm going to die if I have to stay on land for any longer than that. It's 2 years. It's all I need. 5 years later. Yeah. Oh, goodness. Yeah. I remember when he was like, "Oh, I'll build you a big boat and you can sail with me." Like, dude, have you even listened? You've known her for 70 years, man. You should know better by now. That's not gonna fly. You'll have to pardon me. I'm nibbling a little bit and having a little bit of Celsius because like I said, I was playing basketball with my son today in lieu of the coaches. And so I was, a little bit, first of all, a little bit hungrier just from doing that, but also it meant I got a late start getting over here. Had to go back to the house and shower and change clothes so I didn't come here dripping with basketball sweat. So yes, that is the line, isn't it? We cannot live in the time that is to come lest we lose our now for a phantom of our own design. Such a good one. Build her a sheep farm. Yeah, father-in-law figured that part out. Maneldo really gets kind of short shrift. I'll give him a hard time because I don't think he parented all that well, but I also have to say I'm not sure what else he could have done. He forbade the cutting of timber in the hopes that would at least slow down the shipbuilding industry. That didn't work. So then he does finally forbid him from sailing, and he sails anyway. So, I think unless there was a second son, that Meneldor could put pressure on Eldarion by saying, I don't think you're ready for the kingship. I'm going to give it to, my other son. Well, that might have, but that's not the world we live in, right? He had 2 daughters besides Eldarion, and at that time the law hadn't changed. And if the law had changed, frankly, it should have changed the generation before, because then Samarian would have been queen, and who knows, Numenor might still be there. Numenor might still be there. My collarbone's perfectly fine. It was basketball, not rugby. I'm good, I promise. Yeah. My hamstrings might be problematic, but my collarbone's fine. No, I'm all good. I'm reminded that that I'm a lot older than my son. A lot. But no, I was doing football though. Seriously, yes, face palming the whole time. Oh my goodness. I know, so good. Go vote. Go vote. Didn't know there was any election going on, but if there is, go vote. I always say that. Oh no, thank you for telling me about the Twitch Manic Moot Marathon, because that has been a while. I will pull up my Twitch window right now to fix that. Thank you. Appreciate you telling me. Let's go to my channel. Why does it automatically pop up to somebody actually streaming that I don't have any interest in watching? All right. How do I get to my channel from there? The word that says channel under my menu. So then I'm faced with myself talking a few seconds before. All right. From there, what, creator dashboard? There we go. I think under settings, stream, no. Content? Stream manager. It's not like Twitch is really, what's the word I'm looking for? Intuitive. Edit stream info. There we go. Aha. As we continue our adventures in Middle Earth with Hilbern the River Hobbit in LotRO. And I should add the LotRO category. There we go. Done. And that should be updated. Thank you for that very much. Appreciate it. Oh, right on. Yep. Get out there and vote. I managed to avoid being political on the show for a decade. But I will always advocate voting. Just try to avoid getting partisan. So, all right. Well, any questions before we move over to the Lord of the Rings Online? We're back in Moria, for crying out loud. I can't get rid of this place. Pro. Yeah. Oh, you might be a pro and therefore helping me out. I appreciate that if that's the case. If you're claiming I'm pro, well, we got a whole another ball game there. All right. Yeah, I thought I wasn't going back. What's the, I thought I got out and they pulled me back in. All right. Last bite. And last chance for your questions before I switch into LotRO mode. Yep, he was. That's right. Tolkien was stuck there for months. The long dark of Moria. I'll tell you what, that Weta sculpture of them climbing the stairs in Moria, breathtaking. There's no way. I mean, even if somebody sent me a free copy, I have no place to put it. But it's such a gorgeous sculpt. I wish they would make a miniature version of it. The 1/6 scale thing, it ends up being like 4 foot tall. Not to mention thousands of dollars. I'd love to see a smaller version of that. All right. I'm going to go ahead and Kept a Garwin milestone. Yeah. Okay. Let's do this thing. So I'm going to remove the chat from the stream. So Twitch and YouTube, talk amongst yourselves. And then we're going to add the extra camera. But I've been chatting long enough that it might already be on screensaver mode. Nope, it's not. Good. All right, so we're going to turn that camera on. I'm sure I can assign shortcuts to this on my Stream Deck. Do I have a go-to? That's a good question, Shadowfax. Shadowfax. I like that name. Do you have a go-to time of year that just feels right to read The Lord of the Rings? You know, there's always a good time. I usually would. I like to start in September. I like to start on September 22nd if I can, and then read through to through. You know, if I can stretch it out till March. But that means sitting around in December and doing a lot of nothing, and then picking up the book on Christmas Day. But yeah, it is a very Christmassy sort of like it's a cozy, cool time of year where I could just sit with a a blanket and just read. Like it feels like that's a good time. So late autumn, early winter. All right. Happy Council of Elrond Day. That's right. That's right, because yesterday was the 24th of October, if you need to know. If you'd like to know, I should say. All right. Well, it's time. It's time for the adventures of Hilbern the River Hobbit. Which also means it's time for me to put on my headphones because why am I getting no audio? We'll fix that. Aha, it's trying to send out to headphones I don't even have plugged in. There we go. Sometimes I regret that Celsius only comes in 12-ounce cans. All right. So we have made it back to Dolphin View because our job now in Epic Volume 2, Book 7, Chapter 6 is to find mining records for Broen. And that means I'm supposed to look through the great delving into all the different chambers, wisdom, knowledge, and deep thought. Of course, the chamber of deep thought makes me think I'm going to go in there and find the computer that's been programmed to determine the answer to life, universe, and everything. And it's going to finally tell me that it's 42. But anyway, take a look at the map. We are here in the Dolphin View. You can see my little red triangle that represents me. There are the Chamber of Wisdom and the Chamber of Knowledge. All the way over here is the Chamber of Deep Thought. So we're going to start here with these two. If we don't find anything, then I think we'll head back maybe to this stable and make our way over. Which means, though, of course, we should probably set a milestone here. Oh, I hate adding a second milestone, but I think I need to. I don't want to lose the Lothlorien one just in case. So I'm really having a couple milestones isn't a problem. It's not like I don't have the LotRO points for it. Milestone skills, right? Can I just get... There we go. Done, 350 points. Let's bind it. All right. So what we want to try to do is go out here and find our way to the chambers of wisdom and knowledge. Are there stairs here? No, well, not really. The stairs are here. There is much to be done, says the guard. Then why are you standing around, I might ask? Yeah, I didn't think the mobs around here are going to bother me. Is it that way? Oh, I'm already well past that. Okay. Whee! I'm sure there are, but I don't remember where all of the campsites are. No, I have a lot of milestones on my other character, but ooh, record coffer, the Chamber of Knowledge. I cough for 4 hours straight. I'm a record cougher. You found mining records, but they contain some curious. Oh, how nice! I've already found them. So where is Broen? Peaceful path. So now I don't need to worry about that. I figured it would be in the last place I'd look, you know? So peaceful path. So that's all over there. So we want to go to Tharak Bazan. So let's use the milestone to Dolphin View. There we go. And now we'll go take the stable master to, what do we call it again? Oh, well, oh, we can't get there from here. So we probably need to go to probably 21st Hall before we can go to Tharak Bazan. Unless we can go to Zirak Zigil or Chamber of the Crossroads. Yeah, let's go to Chamber of the Crossroads. All right. Yeah, those bookshelves are something else, huh? I do love the attention to detail that the LotRO team uses in building all the various elements. It's all, all handcrafted. There's no generative AI being used here. Forget how to get there. Is it this way? Yeah, I think so. Yeah. So they're not going to bother me. Oh, well, this is weird. Dead end? Dead end. I'm not going to touch that. That looks like a quest. Ah, yes. Up here. The peaceful path. Chamber of Deep Thought, Mal in the middle of a desert. Yeah. Ah, the garden space here. There's Broen, amongst all the wounded dwarves sleeping it off.
Yes, the mining record's fine.
You have returned with the mining records. What is this? My father will be pleased, even if I am not. Why must we waste so much time on meaningless tasks such as this, when my cousin remains a prisoner of Mazog? Broen takes the mining records from you with a sigh, but as he reads, his eyes widen and his face brightens. Do you understand what you have found, Hilbern? These are not simple mining records at all. These pages may hold the key to rescuing my cousin Bori. Listen to this. Melkor Stone Carver commissioned for detail work on rear wall of Rush Durinor during nighttime for completion of Zur Turk. Special instructions withheld by order of Durin. The word Rush Durinul drew my attention, Hilbern, for that is the name of the throne of Durin, the very throne that Mazog has claimed for himself. To then see the name Zur Turk, or Secret Road. Could it be that this dwarf, this Melkor Stone Carver, was tasked with creating a secret passage out of Durin's throne room for the king to use in the event of danger? If this passage was completed, it might be used to gain access to Mazog. It might be used to rescue my cousin Bori.
You must
All right.
search the workshop for plans.
Saw a chat here. House of Sylar. Hey, dude, I'm a Lord of the Rings fan. Recently wanting more of the lore. Type to chat. Oh, that's awesome. The chat GPT. The irony here, of course, is that I hate using AI. So the fact that AI doesn't mind pointing you in my direction is awesome. That is awesome. Thank you so much for telling me that. I'm super excited, and I hope that's I hope that's an answer it gives a lot. That's great. The irony is perfect. Melkolf Stonecarver was renowned for much of his work, though I have never heard of this secret road. Its inclusion in these records may very well have been an oversight by a scribe of Durin's day, but he may have given us what we need to wrest my cousin from the grasp of Mazog's forces. Mazog has entrenched himself in the great fortress of Zabagdathal. Sorry, I mispronounced that. Zabadgathal, surrounding himself with orc warriors. But if a secret escape passage was instructed in the rear wall of Rushturanol, we might be able to sneak into the fortress unobserved. Melkor Stonecarver's workshop was recently uncovered, but no dwarves were left to guard it. Who could have suspected how important it might become? Take the western exit from the peaceful path, and once you come out onto the mountainside, turn west and climb the short slope to the cave mouth. Enter the passage and search for word of the secret way into Rushturanol. Browan blanches at your request that he accompany you there. Oh, no, I need to stay here. There's so much to be done here. I will come with you on the next adventure, I promise. You should travel to the workshop alone in order to maintain secrecy. I might have read more into that than I should have. But welcome, by the way, as people have already said in the chat, welcome to the community. The Prancing Pony podcast is definitely where you want to go for the lore, deep dives. I mean, I'm in year 10 covering the unfinished tales, but we spent a year in the Silmarillion, a year in the Hobbit, 6 years in the Lord of the Rings, another year in just the appendices to the Lord of the Rings, and we're in unfinished tales this year. And then the next 2 seasons will be the Great Tales. No, I'm sorry. The next season will be the Great Tales, and then the next 2 seasons will be the Silmarillion a second time at a slower, deeper pace. So much fun. All right, just checking to see real quick if there's anything in the chat that I need to catch up on. It does not appear so. So let's go ahead and find the workshop of Melkolf Stonecarver. And we're supposed to take the western exit from the peaceful path. So that's going to be back that way. Right? Yes, that way. So this actually takes us to the mountain. This is a path to the outside. And here we are. You'll notice that we are now on, this is a region you don't get to see the map of very often. Zirak Zigil. Look over what's here. I'll just take you over there. Are the orcs anybody I need to worry about? No. It's the Balrog corpse. Trying to get to the other side. I want to see him sort of look at his face, but look at how much Sauron's presence is here, right? I mean, it's actually causing me to lose. Wow. There he is. In all his, well, sadly winged glory. All right, let's get out of there because look at what that's doing to my health. Woo. All right, deed bestowed because I found Durin's Bane. You can also find the Door to the Clouds and the Broken Cleft. This is a map you just don't see very often because you don't get here. But apparently there's even a campsite down there. On the other side of that. It's not a big region. It's pretty cool. Yeah, there's a campsite fire and a mustering horn. Whew. I'm starting to get vertigo just being near the edge. That is nerve-wracking. I don't need to do that. All right. Let's go find the workshop of Melkoff Stone Carver. So that's where we came out, that entrance to the cave. And we're supposed to head over this direction. Fortunately, we're over-leveled for all of the critters around here, so we're not getting to catch their attention. Or actually, we have their attention. They just want nothing to do with us because we'll just one-shot them. There. Looks like the workshop.
The workshop of Melkoff Stonecarver may hold the key to freeing the dwarf Bori from the clutches of Marzok. There is a rumor of a secret escape passage from the throne room of Durin, and knowledge of it may be found among Melkoff's possessions.
There's a scouting dwarf. Now we have some actual enemies, right? On level. There's a stack of rotting papers.
This place is mine! Curse you and your sudden but inevitable betrayal.
All right. Oh. Cave Defiler and Treasure Seeker, are we? I love I was just doing a dance. And of course, the dance is making me suffer poison, so I'll purge that. Another stack of rotting papers. Search through the stack, find nothing useful. Hey, you! Over here. I'm up here. Foom, foom. Okay. Apparently, that's where I need to go, though. Okay. Oh, and we might do a little bit of something today that I don't normally make you all endure. I may switch over to my jeweler alt to make some jewelry. So I'm level 65, and obviously, you know, it's been a little bit since I crafted for him. I'm not going to be able to get better than this armor. Yes, it's item level 61, but it's teal, so I'm not going to really do better than the armor. But the jewelry, these 3 pieces, maybe not. They're level 58, but they are still teal. But I definitely want to go and make 2 new bracelets and 2 new rings. So we're going to do that. I know I see the papers down there. I just wanted to make sure there were no other papers on this level before I drop, because it's pretty clear there's no getting back. Oh, thank you, House of Sadar. Thank you. Oh, it's so sweet. Very kind. That AI bride. Oh, now I have to like AI. Okay, this water must be freezing cold, but I got to get in there. Yes, Why We Love Middle Earth, which I don't have a copy of handy to show you. Actually, I do on my shelf. Hold on. Look for this book. Look for this book. It will help you immensely. And it's a book it's the podcast in book form is what I was trying to say in broken English. Sean and I wanted to write a book that would really help folks kind of get a handle on the Legendarium as a whole and figure out where they want to jump in, how deep they want to go, what parts of it they want to explore. So definitely recommend that. Thank you. All of you are just, it's warming my heart to look over at the chat. I'm a very happy podcaster right now. All right, come on. This better be search for the stacks, find nothing useful. Oh, there we go. All right, let's set a trap because they're not looking. We'll camouflage so we get an increase to our stealth level before we do Rain of Arrows. Ah, nothing like one-shotting most of them. This place will be your grave. Actually, I think it'll be your grave. You search through the stack of papers, nothing useful. All right, last chance for useful stuff in the trash. Still nothing useful. Huh. I must have missed a paper. This makes me sad. It's what I was afraid of, that I would somehow miss. I mean, it's kind of linear, right? I'm not... Oh, except I can't get back. Huh. I wonder if I have to start the instance over because I must have missed. Let's look through here and see if there's something that I can click on. Nope. All right. See the group chat. Okay. I'm missing something. Belated reference, wash reference. Yep. Oh, okay. Super chat. Yes, I did. I missed that. Cast myself into the fire. All right. Let's do that. See what that happens. Oh, no. I'm on fire. Ah, my feet. All right. This is bad. I think I'm going to have to restart the... instance. I must have missed a stack of papers somewhere. Because there's no way for me to get back. I'm stuck. There's no other exit that I can see. There's no way to get back up. No way to get back up. I am open to suggestions, folks. I appear to be stuck. Check the wiki first. That's probably a good point. Katie, could you do me a huge favor and take a look at the wiki for the instance, The Lost Workshop? And see, now that I've gone too far, I'm not seeing anything that I can click on. And I don't want to necessarily restart the instance just because, but I get the feeling I'm going to have to. Maybe the instance is bugged, in which case I'll definitely have to. That does happen sometimes, from time to time. Because you'd think, I mean, this is the natural place to end it, right? I mean, the big fiery furnace, and there's nothing for me. Okay, here we go. Search every sheath. The order doesn't matter. You'll find nothing useful to the last one. The scouting dwarf didn't explain any of the background. Okay, the goblin next to stack. Right below, maybe I missed that one. It's in the middle of the cave. You need to jump down. When you return, there are rocks on the side that allow you to climb back up. Okay. Not easily discerned how to get back up. No, it is not. Ah. Woo. Okay. So I must have missed one. So that's all it is. Thank you, Katie. Appreciate that. The fact that I could get back up from the rocks was not obvious. Oh, down by this goblin. This is the one that's easy to miss. Thank you, Katie. Appreciate you looking that up. Aha. Now I can talk to Broen. Completed the instance, the Lost Workshop. So I'll go back out. Go find Broen. Now, jump height is not thankfully an issue there. Oh, I see. So it goes straight from the workshop back into the peaceful path. That's certainly helpful. There he is.
You've done it, my friend. You've done it.
Just catching up here. So the days of Hilbern are ended. All right. You've done it, Hilbern. Look at these drawings. This is clearly Sabadgathol, which means these hallways here connect the Rush Durinol and... Broen laughs with delight. See this tunnel here? I would wager all the treasures of Khazad-dûm that this passage appears on no maps, save this one. Now, where can we gain access to this passage, Zur-Thurk, the secret road? If we follow it along this way, Broen's smile becomes a mask of confusion. Unless I read this wrongly, Hilbern, it seems that Zur-Thurk connects to Buzungar? Can this really be? All right. Do we want to get his cleaver? Maybe. Big crit rating boost. Tiny agility, but might be better than the Peerless Thane's Dagger of Combat. Or the Bludgeon. More vitality, more agility than what I've got. Yeah, let's take that. We'll use it. Or the Trinket, no.
You must.
So we will replace the Peerless Thane's Dagger of Combat with that.
I cannot.
I did not read too much into his cowardice. I mean, into his refusal to join me. Hold on 1 second here. Be right back. All right, thank you for your patience. How many fates must have entwined for the Iron Garrison to break open the entrance to Buzungar just when we need it, Hilbern? If the secret road was built, you will find the entrance to it deep within Buzungar. Must be a portent to have happened this day of all days. Broen suddenly finds himself unable to meet your eyes, which is hard because they're just right here. I wish I could come with you to walk the secret road and rescue Bori, Hilbern, but there is still so much to do, and, well, I am needed here. We will fight together on the next adventure. I swear it. Return to Buzungar, located southwest of here in the southeastern corner of Tharak Bazan, and speak with Orvar Belhammer. There's a name. Orvar Belhammer. He will accompany you along Zur-Thuruk, if it exists, though he should be your only companion in the interest of secrecy. All right. We're just going to port over to Orvar rather than go try to hunt him down. Thank you, Katie. Appreciate it. I thought I'd gotten out of having to do all the gruff voices, and it would be so nice to speak like the elves for a change. So much easier on my voice.
You say there's a secret way behind the walls of Sabbath-Cathal?
In Rush Durinol, where Mazog has set his throne? I don't know, Hilbern. It seems unlikely to me. With an eyebrow raised, Orvar listens to your explanation of Broen's idea that it might be possible to rescue Bori. This is all well and good, but why isn't Broen coming with you on this errand, Hilbern? If you ask me, he's still not over his experience in the watery den of the Watcher. Well, would you be, honestly? You were food for a bit. You know, you're forgiven. Seems to me that Lord Brogur has been trying to give his son trivial tasks to coax him from this brooding, but it has yet to work. Broen will not be himself until he is able to conquer whatever fear clutches him. Well, it's like Cthulhu-shaped fear, so maybe give him a break. No matter. If you descend once again into the depths of Buzungar, where you stood against Grawalun the Kairog, and can find the entrance to this Zurthurk, I will join you on the other side. Find the entrance to Zurthurk and use it to get behind the walls. Well, come along. Oh, he's not going to come along until I found the entrance. Oh, hello. All right, I'm feeling a wiki coming along. Anybody want to tell me how to find the entrance to Zurthurk? Because something tells me it won't be on the map. I love. Oh, I'm hiding behind the leaves. You can't see me. Yes, I can. And there's a guy right around the corner. Oh, no, he's down there. Oh, nice. We'll shoot you from here. Ugh, I have to walk through that stuff. So it's all single path through here. It's all linear. 431086. Thank you. Till the cave is lit. Follow the stone piece over the gap before you until you face. Yeah, okay. And then go left before him and enter the hidden cave. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Wouldn't so much be a plugin as it would be Alt-Tab. But, oh, is there one? Wow. Very cool. I wouldn't have thought that you could incorporate that. Okay, you said it was 431086. I'm not getting any coordinates at all. Weird. All right. There we go.
The secret way out of the throne room of Durin was known to a few only, all of whom perished during the fall of the great dwarf kingdom. But the errant mark of a forgotten scribe preserved a record of its existence, and now it may be used to rescue the dwarf Bori from the clutches of the orcs.
This is incredible, Hilbern. Can we really use this passage to get behind the walls of Zabadgathor? For how long has this tunnel remained undiscovered by Dwarf Rourke? Let us find out. Let us see if this passage is what Broen thinks it is. Oh, the music. I do love this theme. Oshnaz Adavuluk. No, I'm just going to stand there. But they make the noises of the little compies in Jurassic Park. They kind of look like them. Look at this place, Hilbern. Even in disrepair, such craftsmanship. Give me a moment, Hilbern. I will rejoin you further away. Oh, I think, by the way, I've solved my problem. I think if it keeps happening, it might still be power supply for my GPU. But I think the problem that I was experiencing was fan related. Like something happened and my fans got reset to where they weren't barely running at all. So I just cranked them to full speed now because I don't need them to be super quiet. And that has helped. Though it has still happened now that I think about it. Just hasn't happened this session. Ah, Nedry Way. This may be called the secret road, right? Zur Thurk. But the actual translation of that is Nedry Way. Orvar has arrived at this end of Zur Thurk. I believe now, my friend, Rush Duranul must be just ahead. Well, let's find out. You were right, Hilbern. This was once Rush Duranul, the great throne room of Durin. The orcs have surely given it a crude new name, but it will always be Rush Duranul to the dwarves. Fight on into the orc encampment and search for Bori, Bosi's son. I will watch the rear to ensure that no creatures from Zur Thurk surprise us while we're doing battle with the orcs. You know, we've killed all the creatures. You could come with me. I will guard the rear. To Luke. They're just like not expecting anybody. Of course they're not. This is the back door. Ha ha ha! Love me some Rain of Arrows, especially against underleveled monsters. Search the orc encampment for Bori. Die. You've lived longer than I should. Orvar has arrived at the orc encampment. Good work, Hilbern. But it seems they're not keeping Bori here. I think we need to go up. We will confront Mazog directly and force him to tell us where Bori has been imprisoned. Mazog will pay for his crimes. He would tell us what he has done with Bori. I have a feeling he'll kill you. Purpum Honor Guard. Yeah, the atmosphere here is pretty spectacular. And I love how the difference in feeling, even with the with the orcs owning this place now. Like all the little fires that are randomly burning and the ugly banners and stuff. I love the combination of like an orc culture overlay. Okay, this is bad. How came these maggots before me? Were not the front gates barred? They were, Lord Mazog. What is your excuse, worm? How did these fools enter my fortress?
I don't know, Lord Mazog. It is not possible.
I'll kill them for you. Or just die, actually. It's probably better to just die. Enough of this, Mazog. You would tell us where you have imprisoned the dwarves you captured. I do not imprison dwarves, Rankbeard. I slay them. I am Mazog, cleaver of dwarf skulls, and master of orcs. I will tear you limb from limb. 2 of Celeborn's finest archers will pierce your heart in my command. Now, where are the dwarves you imprisoned? Where is my cousin Bori? Dwarf slaves are no use to me. One of the dwarves I slew, the rest I gave to Gorathul. He will be halfway to Dol Guldur by now. I should kill you for all the hurts you have caused, Mazog. Yes, you should. But I will not. You will remain my prisoner until the dwarves you sent away are rescued. And once we have stormed Dol Guldur and recovered the prisoners, only then will you die by my axe. I swear this oath by the throne of Durin. The dwarf Broen came to Buzungar not long after you left, and gave such a rousing speech that we could do nothing but follow him here. Who knew dwarves could speak with such vigor? And now he has a prisoner, and has spoken an oath beside. I hope it will not end poorly for Broen or his friends, for there is a curious power to vows taken lightly. Indeed. I got to thinking, Hilbern, after you left, about all the things that you and others have been through, and I realized something. I can no longer stand by while others fight my fight. Once I resolved to leave my self-pity behind, I hurried to Buzungar and convinced the elves there to come with me in pursuit of you. Our fortunes held, and we arrived just when most needed. I must hope that Bori is still alive, and that he is one of the 2 dwarves sent to Dol Guldur. It is only this hope that can keep me fighting. Let us leave this place, Hilbern, and arrange for the prisoner to be kept somewhere safe. Mazog will not trouble us on the journey, or he will lose his life, painfully.
You see the good that can be done when elves and dwarves work together.
Mazog was right to fear the alliance and hope that it should never come to pass. The dwarf Broen came to Losothrod, winded from a long run, and asked that we accompany him in his pursuit of you. He claimed to have made an error by leaving you to attempt the rescue of his kinsman with Orvar alone, and his regret of that decision spurred him onward. You were fortunate that he regained his courage when he did, Hilbern. You and Orvar both. I don't think there's any... Yeah, I'll just take the other one and sell it.
Haldir can arrange an audience for you.
Ooh, some pretty cloaks to choose from on the next one. The Cloak of the Golden Wood, the Cloak of the Galadrim, the Cloak of the Dream Flower. And we'll port to go talk to him. Yeah, I'm struggling a little bit. I need to look at the cosmetics, though, and see which one of those I should take.
It is good to see you again.
Oh, we get an audience with Celeborn.
I will take you to see Lord Celeborn.
If you're ready to speak with him about your great doings in the dark depths of Moria. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo.
Has sent ripples of hope throughout the dwarves of the Iron Gate.
Should be a nice instance.
It will be short-lived. My husband Celeborn must be satisfied with that victory and turn his eyes towards other dangers on the horizon.
I'm letting Galadriel speak.
Do not allow outsiders into the Golden Wood.
Lord Celeborn is waiting, Hilbern. Come with me, for he greatly desires to speak with you. This way, Hilbern. How am I outrunning an elf? Many strangers have wandered in our fair eves of late, Randir. Thank you, Haldir. You have surprised me, Hilbern. Not only did you defeat Growlum the Kyrog and diminish its corrupting influence in Buzungar, but you also managed to broker a peace of sorts between elves and dwarves forced to stand together. That may seem a lesser matter when measured against such a creature as Grawaloon. But do not mistake it. Friendship between elf and dwarf may count for much in the days ahead. But I do not agree with one action you took, Hilbern. Mazog is an enemy, and a foul one. His life should not have been spared. He cannot stay here. You cannot see it from here, Hilbern, but far to the east, a great cloud lies always over Dol Guldur in southern Mirkwood. An evil stirs there, and it lies in watchfulness. It does not have the strength to move against us, unless Sauron himself wages war upon Lorien. But its power is growing. We cannot wait for the force in Dol Guldur to come forth in its strength. You must continue to be our eyes and ears, Hilbern. To that end, I give to you a gift, a cloak of elf make. Few indeed have been given such garments. May it serve you well on the road ahead, wherever it may lie. I thank you for the deeds you have already done, and also for those you will surely do in the future. Well, I think I'm going to have to pull up the Haldir will show you out, Hilbern. Get away, little hobbit. Haldir will show you out.
We do not allow outsiders into the Golden Wood.
Ah, we get to discuss them as we walk. I'm waiting for him to do my thing. Hello? There we go.
The Iron Garrison struggled against new dangers unearthed in the depths of Moria, and the errant mark of a long-dead scribe brought to light a secret way to the throne room of Durin. Marzar was defeated, but not before revealing that his captains had been sent with Gorothul to Dol Guldur, the dark fortress in Mirkwood.
Dol Guldur. All right.
When the time comes for us to cross the river and fight.
Katie asked, you're questioning my speed after. Yeah, that's because I'd rather take things that give me the ability to kill creatures faster than run. But you know, you choose that running thing. It worked out really well every time we did the duels. I know. I made it out of Moria briefly. At least I'm not getting blindfolded. Nor am I like the dwarves in Thranduil's kingdom being put in thongs. Nor am I being given rope. We'll just leave that all there. The winds of change are blowing. The winds of change are blowing, Hilbern, and I fear they carry with them the onset of war. Lothlorien cannot remain isolated and in safety forever. Lord Celeborn's gaze must turn towards Mirkwood and the great shadow that lies over Dol Guldur. Control left click. Thank you for that. I'd forgotten about that. I was going to alt-tab out to one of the sites that shows the photos. Lord Celeborn's gaze must turn toward Mirkwood and the great shadow that lies over Dol Guldur. When the time comes to cross the river and fight, as it seems we must, I will call for you. Had I once thought it might not be necessary, I do not any longer. Too many signs seem to point in that direction. Stay well, Hilbern. We will have need of you yet. Yes, Ada and Pern and Hal and Lily. Yes, yes, yes. All right, so... Oh, hold on a minute. Control left click. All right. That can't be the Cloak of the Golden Wood. No, that just brings it up. That brings up the dressing room, but I can't. Oh, it's because I don't have them in my inventory yet. I don't think. That's why I can't. Control left click brings up the dressing room, but then I can't. It doesn't try it on. It shows my existing cloak. All right, let me do a quick I can't Alt-Tab out for some reason. Why am I unable to Alt-Tab out? All right. They're all the same. It's just the specs? Oh, thank you. I didn't realize that. I thought they looked different. Okay, so there was showing. Oh, I see. It is just specs. I'm such an... Well, this is the only one that gives me agility. I'll take it. I am a silly hobbit. Deed bestowed. The Mines of Moria, Part 2. See, now I know I obviously have to go back. Complete Volume 2, Book 8, Scourge of Khazad-dûm, and Volume 2, Book 9, Fortress of the Nazgul. So now it's Book 8, Chapter 1, right? Is that where I'm at? Yeah, and then Book 9 forward. Okay. There we go. Moving on with the epic. It's just a boring cloak. Thank you, Kel. You're absolutely right. I didn't realize that. I just have to apply some dye, but it is a board. It's certainly not the Hidden Peaks one, or the Three Peaks, whichever one that is. Lord Celeborn is making preparations for a great incursion into Mirkwood, not for conquest, but to forestall the attack from Dol Guldur that must surely come. We are gathering supplies and making all things ready for the passage of the Malatharim. The Golden Host and the Lord and Lady are carefully selecting those who will lead it. One of those I think likely to travel with the Golden Host is named Isuria. She is a student of history and of the mysteries of the natural world, and spoke often with Thrandir on the rare occasion his business brought him to the Golden Wood. She seeks to know the true nature of things, and loves the unraveling of puzzles and secrets above all else. Isuria has been asking for you, Hilbern. She wished to hear the tale of Mazog's capture in the depths of Moria from your lips, and had questions to ask of you. Look for her on the high flat atop Keren Amroth. So then I could do Book 9 forward, or the Goodwill of the Galadrim, which is a small fellowship one. We'll skip that one. But I don't want to take the Book 9 forward until it's time to actually move on to Book 9. All right. We're going to try something here real fast. I know I just absolutely love these the curves. It's just all the shapes. Everything they do is beautiful. And it makes me think about the gates in Gondolin and like what they, how each one of them incorporated the different elements. And I'm going through that on today's Tolkien Times. I actually just wrote the episode where he goes through, I think, the Gate of Silver, Gate of Iron and Gate of Silver. Just fantastic stuff. I'm going to actually log out of Hilbern and do something I never do, which is make you deal with one of my crafting alts. Tilthadian, the warden that I actually abandoned his quests at around like level 35, and he's only gotten to level 50 through crafting. He's just keeps on climbing the charts. Unconsciously based a shirt design off the Three Peaks cloak. Yeah, Three Peaks stuff is nice. I also like the Valiant Dunedain look, the gray and red. All right. Oh, he's here to just grab some premium ingredients, but of course. All right. So in my house. Oh, by the way, I should show you my house. I've never shown you my house. I chose this one because of its view of Medjuseld from the top of the mountain. So in my backyard, where I've placed nothing, because when I moved servers, you have to do that all over again. This is my view in Rohan of Edoras and Medjuseld from the backyard of my home. So thought I would have to show that off real quick just because it is gorgeous. And we will eventually make it there with the epic. It's going to be a while. But let's go back into the house. Where's his forced march? No, that's the assailant. Oh well. We'll get there. He's not fast right now because I don't have forced march turned on. I just don't know how to play a warden. All right, let's go into the house. Again, it's not decorated. Please ignore the fact that it's empty. It's just a place to craft stuff right now. All right. So what we want to do is take a look at, let's get rid of this thing out of the way. All right. So under the jeweler tier, 58. So we probably want to start making him some Westfolds. Oh, see, there's the problem. So what do we? Oh, he's 65. So the Jewelers Guild is level 58. Okay. So what we probably want to do is go ahead and make those, because the next level up for jewelry isn't until 66, and I can only make a necklace. I start making bracelets for him at 68, which is like 3 levels from now. Rings I must not be able to make until I get to the guild level. Yeah. And those are, going to be significantly higher level, 84. So minimum level is 75. So let's not bother with that. Let's make him the Sublime Dawn Rose ring. It's 7 levels below where I'm at, but it's higher than what I'm wearing. So just out of hurrying, I'm going to use universal ingredient packs. So we could only make one of these at a time, I think, and then it'll have a cooldown. Do I want the tactics one? No, I do not. No, those are, see, look at that. That's why I didn't build these, I think, because I want things that give him agility, not might, but physical mastery and crit is pretty nice. Yeah. One use. I don't really want to make these. These aren't going to be very useful. So apparently I can't make them as nice stuff as I thought I could. But we'll make him some rings. Let's see. Will, vitality, crit, resistance, and tactical crit multiplier. My vitality, physical mastery, and crit, definitely these. So we're going to use universal ingredient packs. It uses 8 of them, but I have a bunch. So I'm going to make one. And then I'm going to, can I do the cooldown? I can't reset the cooldown. Well, I guess that's disappointing. All right. Then we'll also do the bracelet. Is this the same one I want to do? Outgoing healing and in combat power regen, or sucker. That's morale, physical mit, in combat morale regen. Let's do that one. All right. I'm going to send those. Oh, you know what else I could probably do? I bet there's some food that he should have. Cooked food. Where's the one that gives him agility? That's going to be a trail food. Bubble and squeak. But it's going to jam. No, I think it might be the honey cake. Minimum level 50. Actually, it makes me wonder if I could do level 66. I'll make him some of that, and that way he'll have it when it comes time. Black pudding is the agility. There we go. I have all those things, but it's so boring for you to make for me to have to go through my vault, go to my cooking stuff, and scroll through and try to find yellow onions and oatmeals and cut of. I mean, that's just, it is the most grindy thing. So I'm just going to make him some black puddings, and we'll just make him a bunch for when he gets to level 66. Some will undoubtedly become superior because I already have a 25% chance crit rate, but I'm not using the crit material, which would boost that to 60%. Yeah. It's pretty pathetic if I've made 14 of them and only got one. That's no 25% crit chance rate, right? All right. In fact, that's so annoying. I don't even want to take the extra inventory space. So I'll send those over to him. Was there anything else that I can make for him as a jeweler? Crafted relics? No, because those are things that you turn in for for the rep in the guild. Champion runes, lore master. No. Okay. All right. So see if there's really, these are not. It's just a bummer that I can't make anything to get him a better ring. That's crit. But I'll make him one. However, in this case, I won't. I don't want to waste the materials on that. All right. So now the easier way would just be for me to drop it in the shared storage. But what I'm going to do instead is, since I parked my guy outside anyway, is go to the mailbox and compose a mail to Hilbern. And drag these items in as attachments. And that way they'll just show up. I am going to try one other thing, though. I think my scholar can make him some useful stuff real quick. Nope, not my champion. Not my Pernella. Throthrun. A mod bee. It's a spanner icon. I'll have to ask what you're talking about. Let's get some more premium ingredients. It's just a crate that each of my characters can use once a day that gives them 6 universal ingredient packs. Did I put a study in here? I did. Okay, so now he can craft too. It's just my little crafting corner. All right, so Hunter Bowchance, perhaps. Hunter Potions, Hunter Warden Oils. Those are, yeah, I've already got plenty of those. Oh, it was potions. That's what I was going to make. Because now he's level 65, so he can use pure Athelas extracts, I think. Oh, he can use better than that. Yeah, I wonder if he can go and start using like the big ones. Nope, minimum level 75. Okay. So Athelas extracts he can use. They give him, basically 400 morale at a pop, and I can make 25 of them in a single pop for 10. So let's do that. And does he have a current hunter book? Level 60. He might actually have the lower level one. So let's see if I have a bright lamp in my vault. I do not. I do not. So we'll go ahead and just take a gamble and see if we can get that 25% chance if we get lucky. I did not get lucky. All right. Let's pop these over. Checking up on... Yeah, Middle Earth Mail Service is great. Okay, and compose that mail to Hilbern. I don't think that my captain can make anything. We're going to take a quick glance. And then we'll head back to Hilbern. Yes, Nate, all of them are on the same server. If they're on different servers, you can't even... They're not in the same world. They might as well be in different universes. So yeah, they have to be on the same server. You cannot, in any way, shape, or form, either through shared storage or mail, you can't communicate at all with characters on a different server. All right, so he can make, as a woodworker, I believe he can make... No, when does he can start to make like pocket items, right? I know, but obviously not Umbari level stuff. All right. Well, he doesn't need a ranged weapon. Could possibly use a melee weapon. That's not going to be... That's no better than what he's got right now. I don't think. I don't even know that he can use a spear, but I think he could use a hammer. Might and fate don't help anyway. So, no, there's nothing you can make as a woodworker. There we go. Yeah, see, that was the thing. He had a Peerless Thane's Dagger of Combat, and we actually pulled it because what I found was more effective. So we're going to probably have to wait for more crafting until we get to higher levels. There we go, level 75. So 5 more levels, and we can build him stuff like the Deadly Axe of Theodred, or the dagger, the Strong Dagger of Theodred. Some fun stuff to do. But we're going to go ahead and park Dirthal back outside the house here, and then go back to Hilbern. And there's certainly no point in checking the armor because that's all teal level and only 3 levels below. So yeah, Dirthal, one of the few characters who's never been Valard, and for whom I've got like a full backstory, name and everything. You can actually create all of that on your character, and I encourage you to do that if you've got a story. I haven't done it. I'll show you where it is on Hilbern. Not that I've come up with a backstory for Hilbern yet. I should, though. I should come up with a little RP, a little role play for him. Yeah, when you pull up your character, you can actually enter in a little bio. And I'll show you where that is in the user interface so that you can add that to your own character because people can see that. Okay. So you click on your biography right here. You can actually change the generation so that you can make yourself, like the son of or the child of another one of your characters. But you can then type in a full personal description. And when you do, characters or players can right click on you and read that information. All right. So get rid of that. Got new mail. So we're going to take these items. We're going to detach them, delete the email. Detach them, delete the email. Now, in this case, the food that I got, I can't use until he's level 66. So 1 level away, the black puddings that give him 34 agility. Right now, he's using the superior honey cakes, which only give him 21 agility. So we're going to go ahead and put those in my vault, probably under like a miscellaneous. So let's drag that in there. And in the meantime, we have potions, that give him 395 to 416, which is less than the potent Athelos essences. That's frustrating. All right. Well, we'll keep them because I only have 8 of those others. That's so odd. Why would a... Oh, well. Live and learn. I'm not going to probably use that cloak because I like the 25% experience bonus. But let's look at these. Supreme Book of the Whisper Draw. Nope, it's actually less vitality, even though it's a lower level thing, because the equipped one was a critical success. So, which ring do I want to get rid of? Are these the same? Yeah, Brilliant Aquamarine. So let's just replace one of those. Let's take a look at the bracelets. 25 agility. 25 agility. Physical mastery and combat power gen, resistance and evade. So we're going to get rid of that one and drop that one in. Okay. Enhancement runes. Let's clean up some of this stuff. Now, what I just did is I opened up a trace tree that I'm never going to use, and that's because I'm going to just disenchant it right now into Ancient Script. Okay. So no point in keeping these things. And I'm already maxed out on level 50. I'm maxed out on the runes until I get to 71. So I'll drop those in for another low-level character to use at some point in the future. And sell all those things. Okay. By the way, just so you know, I clearly like you guys. Because you know what started 21 minutes ago? Qualifying for the Mexican Grand Prix. All right. Talk to Suriel at Keren Amroth. Let's go chat with her. Yeah, Aldholic's good. All right, Suriel.
Tell me what happened following Marzog's capture. How did you escape the throne room?
It is a pleasure to meet you at last, Hilbern, and I hope you will assist the Golden Host when the time comes to push forward into Mirkwood. Lord Celeborn has asked me to be involved in planning for the offensive. So, in order to fully understand the mind of the captive Mazog, I listened to Coronothiel's account of his capture. With interest, I learned of your infiltration through the secret way into the throne room of Mazog. But Coronothiel ceased her tale at the point where the Orc leader was captured. I pressed her for more information, but she said the memory was grim, and she did not desire to relieve it so soon. Tell me what happened following the capture of Mazog, Hilbern. How were you able to escape from the very heart of Mazog's throne room, and with the King of the Orcs still in tow? Martin, you can move characters between servers, but it usually has a dollar cost to it. Right now, if you're on one of the old 32-bit servers, the moves to 64 bits are free, but that's about it. Oh, wait, what does Tulin have? I think she's got a recurring one. Yep, I've already... I have completed this. What do you mean? Eleanor and Nifredil, I did. Maybe the first time doesn't count as part of the repeatables, but I'm not going to do it again. Oh, we get to see the walk out. Okay, let's do this.
Isuria listened to the tale of your adventure along the secret road into Rush Durino, where the Orc King Marzog was seized by the dwarves. But there was more to the story, and now she waits for you to tell it.
It is too soon to celebrate over much, Hilbert, I know, but to have come even this far is something extraordinary. And yet I wonder, Mazog is of great value to the forces of the enemy. Can it be that they will consider a trade? If we were to bring Mazog before the gates of Dol Guldur, would Gorothul accept Mazog's life in trade for that of my cousin Bori? I have sworn a vow that my axe shall end Mazog's life, but if greater good could be accomplished by his survival, well, becomes a more difficult question, Hilbern. We cannot abandon Bori now. If we can trade Mazog for my cousin's freedom, we must do so. I'm not sure I agree. I mean no disrespect, Broin, but this cannot be. We cannot show Mazog even the slightest mercy. How many dwarves has he slain? How many of our people have died because of him? That is enough, Orvar. How many elves and dwarves alike will suffer if Mazog is permitted to live, I wonder? What do you think, Hilbern? Oh, I'll tell you what I think. Mazog is too dangerous to remain alive. How can you say this? Did you not know Bori? You were there when he was captured. You know what he must be going through. Do not think for a moment that I am pleased with this. Mazog is responsible for so many of our sorrows, as was his brother Bolg and his father Azog before him. But we owe Bori this. We must at least try. This is a mistake. Why does he get to choose? All four of us agree we should kill Mazog, so why don't we just kill Mazog? My decision to make, and I've made it. Come here, Hilbern. I'd rather just kill him. Can I kill him? They won't let me. Take these shackles, Hilbern, and use them to bind his wrists. They are made of iron and should be strong enough to keep him secure as we fight our way from this place. Bind me at your peril, River Hobbit. You think these bracelets can bind Mazog in his own domain? You're a fool if you think I cannot sunder these with even the smallest effort. But I will wait until you are most vulnerable, River Hobbit, and then you will feel my hands around your neck.
Now we need to make our way from Roost Duranul, Hilbern. But I fear we've taken too long already. This place will soon be swarming with orcs. If we hope to escape from here with our lives, and that of a captive, we need someone to manage the flow of battle. I suggest you accept that role. You will need to tell us what our support role should be as the battle ebbs and flows. Should we focus on improving your morale, your power, the strength of your attacks, or the fortitude of your defense? Shout your command by this banner and we will modify a support role. Try it now. Ha ha ha! Nice. Come on. Ha 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 ha! I'm just going to keep on rain of arrows these guys. Come on now. Oh, okay, we got to move. Now's our chance. Let's move. Oh, Mazok's quick. But he stops when he's supposed to. Ah, I forgot to get my focus. So now I can't rain of arrows yet. Oh! Cave troll. Where's my other troll? Useless maggots! You only brought one? Music is so good. Wait. What are they doing? Thought they were still fighting up there. It's like, I didn't want him to get away. We're not out of this yet. Well, hello. More? Oh, they got behind us too. Free me, you spineless curs. More from the rear. Stop dying, you worms! Now's our chance. Oh, it's his armor. Like, it's the metallic sound of his armor. Okay. Stop dying, you useless maggots!
Just one dude.
Kill them, you miserable maggots.
Another cave troll. They have a cave troll.
We're almost there. Once we reach Zurturk, we should be safe. I don't believe this. Worthless curs.
Well, come on, people. I got to guard Mazog myself.
We have made it, Hilbern. Is that what you think? It is too late, Mazog. You will never again rule in Khazad-dûm. Rule here? You think I want to rule here? I have no desire to rule this miserable kingdom. You have no idea what is happening to you. Gorathul's master is generous to his friends. He looks out for them. He tells them things. Mine will be the greatest of his armies. What reward do you desire, Gorathul asked of me. Only the kingdom that should be mine, I told him. That place will not do, he said. My master has commanded me to draw forth the great terrors of the abyss. That kingdom will never be free of them, he said, and only fools would disbelieve his word.
All right. I think Mazog. Continue quests.
You think you have defeated them? You sent them back to the deep shadow, but still they eye the world above. They hunger to return. Gorathul made certain they would remember the way. Rah!
He's no idiot coming after me first. You have forced him to submit.
That was close, Hilbern, but we've managed to bring Mazog once more under control. One thing is certain, friend River Hobbit. We will need to make some stronger shackles to hold our prisoner in the future.
All right, that's why she didn't want to talk about it.
Your tale teaches a valuable lesson.
The tale of your escape from Rúsh Duranur with Mazog still a captive was more harrowing than I expected, Hilbern, and I thank you for recounting it to me. If we are to work with the dwarves to bring Mazog to Dol Guldur as Broin intends, we must learn from the lesson of your tale. The Orc King is not to be underestimated. I trust that Broin's people are crafting new shackles for Mazog to begin with the most obvious lesson of your escape. But there is more, friend River Hobbit. The words of Mazog make me wonder. Look first to your own doorstep before taking the fight to that of your enemy, it is said by the wise.
One thing Mazog said to you troubles me more than any other.
Much of Mazog's ramblings in the depths of Rúsh Duranur could have been empty bluster, the boasting and threats of a caged animal. But one thing he said troubles me more than any other. The revelation that the reward he seeks is the rule of another kingdom. Long have the orcs and the dwarves battled in the caverns beneath the misty mountains, and the lineage of Mazog has been at the forefront of that conflict. If Mazog, son of Azog and brother of Borg, has decided to abandon rule of Moria, it can only be because he feels Moria will no longer be fit to rule. What great evil must his ally Gorathul have set into motion in the depths that could so devastate that vast kingdom and make it unfit even for the rule of orcs? How did that dwarf get his horse up here? Return to Gwathrendath, in the foundations of stone, and speak with Lenglamel and Forglin there. They have spent a great deal of time in the depths, and may know something about what we might be facing. Ah, and there's no fast way to speak to them. Well, pardon me. All the way in the foundations of stone. So we want to return to the 21st hall then. Or guide to the 21st hall. And we'll head that direction, but I think I'm going to call it here in a little bit. We've been at it for more than an hour and a half. They are at Gwathrandath, which is in the foundations of stone. So we want to go to Shadowed Refuge.
These halls will be great once more.
We'll see, we'll talk to them. We'll get what the next levels of the quest are, the next segments of the quest, and then we'll call it.
I share the concerns of Isurio. There's more to Gorathul's interest than we have uncovered.
Great terrors dwell in the deep places, this we know, for you have faced several of them, nameless beasts that fear the light of the sun, but also the servants of the great spirit that reigned in Moria and ended the Dwarf Kingdom. The Balrog of Moria is defeated now, but at the cost of Mithrandir's life and the vast extent of his power. But the servants of the Shadow and the Flame were defeated not by the power of Mithrandir, but by your courage and that of your allies. Take no offense at this, Hilbern, but your abilities do not begin to approach that of the wizard. I fear that your defeat of the servants of Durin's Bane may not have the permanence afforded that of their master's defeat. What do you mean my skills aren't as good as those of Gandalf? What are you talking about?
Your words confirm what I have been hearing.
From Len Glamel and Magor, Hilbern. Gorathul set something in motion before he left for Dol Guldur with the captive dwarves and the mithril axe of the Iron Garrison. Did he work some evil to allow the servants of Shadow and Flame to recover their strength and return to places once thought free of their danger? I don't know. Let's go talk to Broen and find out.
I had hoped to see you again on the shores of Anduin, but it was not yet to be.
The elves of Gwathrandath are right. Gorathul seems to have set some plan into motion here in Khazad-dûm. After he returned to Lothlorien to speak with Celeborn, Orvar went back into the depths of Buzungar. He said he had a feeling, some idea that things were not quite right. The wilting rot was already beginning to retreat, but he felt still some vile presence. And below the ledge where he handily defeated Growlun the Cairog, Orvar had discovered a dreadful ward covered in unspeakable runes. He sensed it calling into the depths, and smote it with his axe until it was destroyed. I believe Gorathul left this relic in Buzungar in order to draw Growlun the Cairog to it, Hilbern. Growlun did not find that place accidentally, friend hunter. He was drawn there.
So we're going to have... Okay, there's the solo one. Yep.
We
won't do this right now. We'll do this when we come back.
Now that Orvar has destroyed the hidden relic Gorathul left in Buzungar, that cave should be free of danger. We need not fear that Growlun, or others of his kind, will return to that place. But Gorathul may have left other relics of evil throughout Moria. Indeed, I think it likely, and recent reports from our scouts indicate one such location. The mirror halls of Lumulnar. Merivile have corrupted the mirrors of Lumulnar that once fed light from the outside into the deep reaches of Khazad-dûm. The light no longer shines. A number of explorers ventured to Lumulnar to investigate. Few returned, reporting that the Merivile of that place have been given great courage. The defiance is strong. What else have they been given, I wonder? a relic of Gorothul's. The entrance to Lumulnar is on the side of Zirak Zigil amid the snow. Find the relic inside if it exists, and destroy it. Bring 1 or 2 allies with you, Hilbern. And yeah, I'm going to not do that yet. So that's what we'll start off the next time. So I'm going to go ahead and exit the game and come back to our chat. And I'll bring up the chat window as well, of course. Oh, yeah, that's right. Double points. That's always a nice thing. I think I'm probably past this time around, but yeah, you know you'll use them, so might as well. Might as well. You and Sean blowing up the group chat. Sean's here? Yeah, I definitely need something. I mean, these are rough. The dwarf voices and the orc voices definitely get to me. Facebook group chat. Gotcha. That's okay. I just thought maybe Sean had stopped by the stream. That would be awesome if he did. All right. Well, that was a lot of fun. Looking forward to continuing. I'm sort of in this mode right now where I keep wanting to do LotRO only because I want to get the heck out of Moria until I'm totally out of Moria and never again have to return to Moria again, ever. So yeah, that's I'm gonna basically stick around doing LotRO on PPP plays until at least I'm out of Moria. and then who knows? I really do want to build my my Balrog book nook. I think it's just a fantastic Lego set, and I'm looking forward to building that. Should be a lot of fun. Dwarf voices are fun to do. I just wish they talked in a more normal register. Maybe I should have some higher pitched dwarves. Yeah. Oh, I know. Maybe we could have a dwarf that does. Oh, I don't have my headphones on, so I can't tell whether it's this one.
Maybe it's this one.
I can't remember. But yeah, a dwarf with a voice like that might be fun. Well, any more questions before I wrap up the stream for the day? And of course, I will be back Tuesday at 6 p.m. Mini Lego Rivendell sets. Yeah. Yeah, the full one is huge. I have not built that yet. I'm looking at the box right now, and it's, this gigantic, like humongous set. But yeah, so many knockoffs of stuff like that. Looking forward to the Green Dragon from Weta. That's going to be a lovely spot. Lovely sculpture, I should say. Any moot thoughts I want to share? I don't really have any additional. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know where I'm going to put the full size Rivendell once I finish building it. I don't want to disassemble it because I'm going to be putting it together with the lights, right? With the light kit, the Light My Bricks kit. Same with Barad-dûr, which I'll have even less room for. I think the Barad-dûr one I might be able to fit. I don't know, because these are only 12 inches deep, so I don't think I will. Yeah, I have the Barad-dûr set. I actually have in my closet waiting for me to build Rivendell, Barad-dûr, and the Shire. And I think all three of them with the Light My Bricks kits ready to go. It's just that I know how long that'll take in terms of PPP play sessions. Like I was doing the tiny little brickhead sets like Gandalf and the Balrog there, or Legolas and Gimli up here. And those sets, doing those would take, an hour and a half. So I have a feeling that like doing the Rivendell set would probably take like 6 sessions, 8 sessions, which is fine. It just means that I've got to be ready to have my table be nothing but Legos for a couple months, actually. Maybe I build when it's not on set, or not on screen. So we'll see. Oh, pardon me. Excuse me. Yeah, really looking forward to building. Well, all of them with the lights are great, but I'm especially looking forward to building Barad-dûr with the lights. I think that'll really shine. But
But yeah, the Light My Bricks people are great. Their conversion kits are fantastic. Makes me wish I had room and budget to get into all like the cool Star Wars Legos, because oh man, the stuff they do with those is great. I do have a couple other Legos that are not Lord of the Rings that I'm waiting to build, but they're Formula One, so don't think anybody's going to be interested in watching me build the Formula One cars. They're not the huge ones. I do have a big one for the Red Bull, but there are two historical sets. They did one with Ayrton Senna and Nigel Mansell. And so there are two historic Formula One cars that I'm looking forward to. And they're more like this size. So looking forward to building those. Oh, I'll leave the eye on, no doubt about it. The wings on the Balrog Book Nook, though, I'm not sure. Might have to pass on that. I did not see new Hot Wheels F1 cars. Will you include the eye? I'll include the eye, and then I'll have to have it play something like, I see you. Oh, I should have used one of my voices, but I don't remember which voice is which. Is it this one? I see you. That'll be hilarious if that was actually the
I see one.
Yeah. The 92 Williams is absolute legend. Yep, good stuff. Well, I am going to go and head off, finish my weekend, watch some Formula One, and get back to writing. Let's see what I'll be writing. I'll be writing week 99 of today's Tolkien Times, which means next week I'll be writing week 100, which is hard to believe that show has been around for 100 weeks of content. But that's what I'll be doing, along with finishing up writing for Aldarion and Arendis and reading my advanced copy. This is like full of errors, and all the corrections still need to be finished. But this is Professor Mike Drout's new book, The Tower and the Ruin. It comes out December 2nd, 7th. I can't remember, something like that. First week of December. And I'm telling you, this is going to be one of the best books of Tolkien scholarship. It's going to be great. I have started it, and it is great. I'm really looking forward to it. And we will be releasing that. We'll be recording that interview in a couple of weeks, and it will come out on November 23rd. We'll do a full-length episode interview with Mike Drout, which should be fantastic. So it's go ahead and just Google. It's on Amazon. You'll probably want to read the blurb. Essentially world building, Tolkien's world building. So yeah, it's really good stuff. So take a look at it online. Katie, if you want to grab I don't think we have a PPP link. Here, I'll get a link. Hold on. I'll get you all the PPP referral link to The Tower and the Ruin. And it's going to show up as being from host. There we go. Now that link will take you to the page. We don't have it on the website yet. I'll need to get that added to the website through Phil shortly. But that's where you can pre-order either the hardcover or the actually, I guess that is really there is no soft cover format. Or is there? Yeah, not yet. I'll have a soft cover because it's what they do for the advanced copies, but it's hardcover for now only. Really, really good. It's a fantastic, it's going to be such a great read. Note to add to announcements for that episode. Yeah. All right. Well, folks, thank you again for joining me. It was really wonderful to have you here. It was wonderful to keep your company as I made my way, once again, reluctantly, through Moria. Especially fun to get out on the slopes of Zirak Zigil, and rather than ski down, which might also be fun, we instead took a look at the corpse of Durin's Bane. Wonderful time, and looking forward to more on Tuesday night. So see you all then. Thank you, and we'll see you next time.